Welcome to FMA Talk Live. I'm your host, Datu Tim Hartman. I am flying more or less solo tonight. Um, we haven't done a show since our finale, and I just thought I would come on and let everyone know I've been getting a lot of inquiries on what's going on for the future. Are we doing these anymore? So on and so forth. So different day, different time. For those who are not aware, Buffalo, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. Applies. Well, not only do we have sub-zero temperatures with wind chill, we also have been getting snow the last couple days. I actually canceled classes for the entire day. I thought it was funny this morning or last night. I went home, bunch of snow fell, went out at 11 p.m. to do the driveway. And then, of course, once I started doing the driveway, the snow stopped. I finished the driveway, got up in the morning, bright sunny day, but the rest of the town had to dig out. All the school systems in the area had shut out because of the temperature along with the wind chill. Went out and about, got gas, did stuff like that. And lo and behold, when it came time to go into classes tonight, the weather went from quasi-sunny to whiteouts once again. So we ended up canceling classes for the entire day today, which gives me the time to have this little chat. I did this at a last minute notice, so I did not. I gave PG Ty a heads up, but it was so last minute. I don't necessarily think he's going to be able to make it tonight. Normally we do a little later. I want to talk about why we haven't been doing shows since the new year. So first of all, we are planning a trip to the Philippines. Actually, well, we're not planning it. We are going to the Philippines in February. And with all the prep of going to the Philippines, the way the weather has been, we've decided not that we're going to hold off shows. This time of the year, it's really hard for me to get home on time. So, I run classes and I don't end classes early just because I'm running a show. Class goes the normal time, but it has been such a challenge with the weather. I can't get here on time to do the show. There's 3 of us who are going to the Philippines, and we are all in that process of packing up, going and getting things ready. Plus, I've been doing seminars. We had 20 plus people participate in this past weekend's immersion seminar, getting ready for the upcoming camp in May. I was at the Maya Elite School Owners retreat down in Orlando. While I was down there, I visited a Screaming Digest. I was talking with Eric there, and Chris Jew happened to walk in. So we got to talk. The 3 of us got to hang out and talk a little. So much stuff has been going on. And, of course, I've got family responsibilities just as much as everyone else. And, so this is why we decided that we weren't going to really run a show. Once again, I'm hitting the show up today, letting know what's going on for the new year. But currently, let me pull up my calendar. The plan is to start things back up officially on March 10th. I get back from the Philippines and then I go right to Vegas for a Got Sticks week half tournament. So I figure when we come back for our first show, we're going to have plenty of things to talk about. And there's always something to talk about. So, I figured I'm going to go on this for about a half hour and then shut down unless we get some interesting conversations going here. But, really, this is more of a letting everyone know what is going on. So I've got a few of you here already. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know some topics you want to go over. We're planning, as usual, we're going to continue bringing different guests on the show. as far as I also what I have to do is go through the software because it has been updated, which is cool. A lot of different things are going on here, so it's always nice to have different options. Like, I get to change the buttons here, go more minimalistic, go for that block. Well, pretty much like the bubble. There's different layouts we can use, stuff of that nature. Sometimes, oh yeah, there you go, stuff like that. But the big thing here is, we are not going anywhere. We are still going to be doing the show on a regular basis. Last year we cleared 24 episodes, so officially this is the first episode. But there'll be some stuff going by. Well, it looks like a comment here. Hey, Brian Hawkins. Hopefully, yeah. So for those who didn't know, it was about 2 years. Yeah, 2 years ago. February 11th, I think it is, will be the 2-year anniversary of my accident. So a guy blew through a red light. Yeah, there we go. So this February 11th will be the 2-year anniversary of the car accident. Guy blew a red light, crashed right into the driver door. Of course, I was the driver. Never hit the brakes. I guess we were the braking device was the car. Totaled the brand new Blazer. And then from there, turns out I not only did I have a torn rotator cuff, I also had a torn bicep. August, I had the surgery. Yesterday was the first day I went back to the gym since the surgery, so 5 months. Of course, I've been doing all the social media stuff. So the day after I got the surgery, of course, all the trolls started challenging me to fight. So I'm like, where were you before I announced the surgery? Mr. Owens, how you doing? Actually, I was talking to Mr. Owens last week when I was in Orlando for the school owners conference, or the owners retreat, I should say. What we're going to be, I got this is sometimes the camera doesn't always want to be cooperative. There we go. Okay. There's a lot of things we're going to be talking about in general with the new season. One of which is, as always, we're going to keep people up to date on what is going on. Currently what I've done is, and I will have to keep this as we go, keep updating it. We now have a organizational calendar that is a PDF that we can email people. So if people are interested in that, they're color coordinated, so January the 9th was PG Arnold was teaching in London, Ontario. I was meeting with people I was down in Orlando for 2 days on the 11th and 12th, or 10th and 11th, for the Maya conference. I get to meet with people while I'm down there. This past weekend was the immersion seminar. This upcoming weekend is a workshop in Brazil with Professor Talis, and so on and so forth. It's not just about me, it's the organization. They're color coordinated here, so you can look down here. It's like, what's this in black? I'm doing a black belt immersion. It's a physical and a virtual class. February 1st, I'm in Mount Gilead, Ohio. PG Ty is going to be down in Texas, in Houston on the 6th. Then 7th through 9th, he's going to be in Bryan, Texas. Then we go to the Philippines. Yay. It just keeps going on, so on and so forth. Some of these, like our appearances, like we're going to be, like for me, I will be at some tournaments officiating, so I'll be available for consulting and or training for those who want to do that. But this is the first time we've got it on. Actually, I have to get the website updated. We have this on the website as well. This is with this, the ink is never dry. I've already had some more dates put up, and I had to move some dates around already with this. So, always a work in progress. So I'll always have the date up. Like this one is dated. Let me just end this here. The date on this officially is as of the 8th of January. But I'll be updating as we go because, some dates get moved around, some things get added. Currently, I'm doing 31 events this year, whether it be training camps, tournaments, seminars, learning, as well as going to business conferences, stuff like that. So we will be, for the new year, we're going to be dealing with some of the topics that I use on my podcast, or not my podcast, my social media content, like how does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fare up to Filipino martial arts? We'll be talking about social media as usual, how to deal with the trolls, what's the best way. And generally speaking, you don't back away from them, but that's another story. Doing stuff of that nature. I mean, but the biggest thing here is I just want to touch base with everybody. There's been a lot of queries like, are we continuing to do the show? Because this has been a longer break. This is the longest break we've done so far. And of course, now that it's at a time we normally don't do, it's going to throw some things off. So speaking of upcoming events, I do want to talk about a couple things that are coming up now. The big thing for us is the Philippines trip. So we will be in Manila and then Cebu from approximately the 19th, 20th through March 3rd. We will be going to visit different people here and there. We've been invited to officiate at a tournament, as well as being some meet and greet opportunities. I have to double check, make sure everything's good. We're planning on visiting a Yao Yan gym while we're over there. Obviously, I'll be coming back with more merch. So for those who are looking for new training knives, swords, and stuff of that nature, I will have a whole bunch of stuff when I come back. Not that I don't normally get it, but that's when I get the most in one time because, well, what I pay in luggage overages is still a hell of a lot cheaper than I pay for shipping and handling. My last shipment cost me over $1,000 shipping. So whatever I can save on that, that's a good deal. We will, as usual, have more guests. We're going to be talking about more school tactics. One of the events I'm going to be working on in the future is a school owners gathering. Some 101s, how to take this to the next level. I've been writing a bunch of things lately. So I just had an article on Secron go out the other day. We're going to have one on cosplaying in the martial arts. And we've addressed that on the show, but now that the show has really gotten a lot more traction, as an example, before, I don't go by my YouTube numbers anymore. YouTube is rough. It is really rough. For those who are doing social media stuff, I don't want to say I give up on it. It's just hard. It's really, really hard to crack that nut. But what we have done is on Facebook, we've done a great job. So We had, well, we did a behind the scenes the other day. It was just 7 minutes long, filming some stuff for my new online courses. Unfortunately, the audio went out on the cell phone, but it was up for 4 days and we had 7,800 views so far. The finale of the last show, um, 5,100. We did a free modern age seminar, 7,900 views, and the list goes on from there. So 5,000, 7,000, 6,000. All these episodes have been just crushing it, and a lot of it's been going. We didn't have that success back before, um, and if I look back at the show, let me see here. Testing Triumphs 51 weeks ago, we had 201 views. 45 weeks ago, we talked about the Buffalo Niagara Martial Arts Festival. We had 247 views. But once I started pushing on the social media, our views jumped up to the first week of that. We did 1,000, then it went up to 3,000, and kept going from there. So we're going to be dealing with a lot, or addressing some of our old topics. I just want to get back into some of the things that I think we had some really good topics, and I just unfortunately just didn't reach back then because I was, growing the channel, growing the show. So, we'll be talking a lot about that. We're going to be talking about how to do things social media wise, as well as other stuff here and there. But, the big thing now is that we want to make sure that we do a lot of stuff with everybody. We want to make sure that whatever we're doing, everyone is involved with this. We want to make sure that if there's a topic people want us to address, I'm getting this all the time with the videos. Hey, can you do a video on this? Can you do a video on that? We've got on some of the stuff, I've got my reaction videos on my social media. But one of the other things I'm working on, we just did a whole bunch of Remy Precis stories. So that'll be fun. We're also going to be doing some more long form content like this, but it's going to be more YouTube videos and stuff. I'm looking forward to all this stuff going on. Like I said, it's with the big push that we've made on social media, things have changed and our reach is really blown up. But with that, the good comes the bad. And there's some things that went a little sideways, and some people misinterpret some things, or hypocritical things happen where people make a comment, oh, let's do this. And then, of course, when they're under that lens with everyone else that they wanted to go on, they cry foul. So we can talk about stuff like that as we go. But hey, anybody out there have any questions or suggestions for shows? Let me know. I said this probably not going to be doing it much longer today. This is just hey, we're not gone, but we have been just taking a little time off, getting ready for the trip to the Philippines, which is really the highest priority because, one of the things that we're really focusing on doing, which is an important thing, and martial artists sometimes forget it, is spend the time with your loved ones. And, if we're going to be gone for 2 weeks, being able to be gone for almost 3 weeks, I got to make sure that I spend the time with the ones that are important with me, so they understand that when I'm gone, and I'm not going to ignore them in the meantime. So that's what I am working on at the moment, and dealing with snow. Oh, wow. Okay. I can see part of my backyard right now. I'm also remodeling. The back area here is not all that good at the moment. I got to work on some new lighting for the show and stuff of that nature. There's so many things that I need to work on, as well as fine tuning some staff before I go on the trip. But Datu in the dark. Yep, yep, yep. How are things in Michigan there, buddy? You should get your dogs as comfort pets. Bring the Yeah, my one dog is 185 pounds, so they don't want me to bring him anywhere. But yeah. So today's a low smiling face. There we go. Yep, yep. There we go. Yeah. So like I said, today I just wanted to give everyone the 411 on what's going on. But for the new year, we're going to be talking about upcoming events. We're going to do event reviews. We'll be promoting products as usual. Have guests, different hot topics. Review some of the old ones. Have some new ones coming up. Share some professor stories. Maybe some Wally J stories. Maybe some all the people I worked with at 180 pounds. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah. Well, listen, I want to tell everyone, I'm going to wrap things up. No one actually had a question. But, I mean, the big thing was just to give everyone the 411. We are not gone. We're not going anywhere. I mean, we're going somewhere. We're going to the Philippines. But the big thing is we're planning on coming back recharged, stronger than ever. But right now there's a heck of a lot of upcoming events going before we go. So I have to make sure that for all of us, PG Craig, PG Ty, and myself, we get everything all set up. So we don't ignore our family, get all of our work done, and then make the most of the trip. All right. Well, with no further ado, I'm going to wrap things up here. So everybody, please stay sane and stay safe. Not necessarily in that order. And we will see you in March.